You're listening to The Front Stretch on AM 590, Omaha's ESPN Radio. Brought to you by Joe's Karting in Council Bluffs. Online at joeskarting.com.
This is Turn 3 on The Front Stretch, presented by Joe's Karting in Council Bluffs, 23rd Avenue, right next to the AMC Theater, and online at joeskarting.com. That's karting with a K. Go to Joe's today and get some fast-paced, white-knuckle racing in, where the only speed restriction is how good you are. Today we're talking with Chuck Vanderheiden of Stewart Speedway. Thanks for joining us, Chuck.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to hear from you.
So, Chuck, talk to us a little bit about some of the changes that Stewart Speedway has made in the off-season.
Well, what we've done is we've got some new equipment brought in, and I ended up losing my number one track guy last year, so I have a new track guy that used to do it 4 or 5 years ago, and so I've got the new equipment in. We've added to our crow's nest, trying to make a VIP room a little bit bigger for my VIP sponsors that come out weekly and support us, and they get up there, and we provide them some beverages and some food, and get to watch racing indoors.
Ooh, indoors.
Oh, yeah.
I always love being
inside
indoors.
Where it's air conditioned, don't have to eat dirt, and don't get dirt in your beer. And I know it's not dirt track racing if you don't get dirt in your beer.
A little bit of fiber for you, I guess, in your meal if you do.
That's right. So other than that, we've added a pond out there. We've done a lot of cleanup at the track. This is my third year with the Stuart Speedway, owning it and promoting it, and we've cleaned out a grove of trees that's on the southeast side and put us a pond in there for our watering system. And so we've tried to clean the place up a little bit. We've spent 3 years working on it, and we're still a work in progress, but we're getting there.
Chuck, this is Buddy Ray again here on the Front Stretch. Tell us about who is Chuck Vanderheiden? Who is he? How did the race director position come to Chuck?
Well, I'm a local town boy. I grew up here in Stuart, Iowa. Been here for about 47 years now. Been to the races. Was out there when Fever Heat was formed, and I've worked out there for the past owners, Mick Trier, Gail Miller, Everett Sathers, and so I've worked out there almost 18 years. And I was talking one day to Mr. Sathers that owned the track, and we got to talking a little bit about the racetrack, and I said, well, I've done just about everything here but run the show, and he told me there was a perfect opportunity to do so. So like I said, I grew up here, went to school here. I've coached high school wrestling and high school soccer here at the Stewart Menlo facility. And now I just own a lawn care company and opened my mouth, I guess, at the wrong time and ended up with a racetrack.
Well, that's not all a bad thing, though. I know.
No, it absolutely is not. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of hard work, but like I said, it's a work in progress, and we're slowly getting there. I've still got a lot of big plans for the place down the road, but it's just going to take us time to, keep adding to it and creating a nicer new facility for everybody.
Hey, Chuck, it's Andrew Kaczynski. As a driver, what kind of changes are going to happen during the season at Stewart Speedway? Like, what kind of classes are running? What do we look forward to as a driver?
Well, we're an IMCA-sanctioned track out there, so we got your IMCA modified stock cars, hobby stock, sport mods, and the front-wheel drive sport compacts. Also, we've added the 6-cylinder front-wheel drive outlaw class, and we do have 7 races scheduled for 2-man cruisers at Stewart. We've added a new special this year. We're going to do the Keith Minor race against ALS. Will be happening this year on June 10th out there. So it'll be a great night to help everybody race against ALS and raise some money and help the people out that are really in need of some money for the ALS. It's just a real bad disease that it takes prisoners, and we're just trying to help them out. So the track, other than that, we've banked it just a little bit more, and it's a high bank quarter-mile dirt track already. And we've, like I said, we've added new equipment for preparation and things, and I think you're going to see some awesome racing. We've had great racing the last 2 seasons.
That high banking,
4 wide.
That high banking is going to add for a lot faster pacing, right?
Yes, it is. The past 2 years, we've done so much extra track work to try to make it so it was a lot smoother, keep the holes out, which we've been very fortunate to do so with all the rains. And we've created a very good racing atmosphere of 3 and 4 wide, and it's plenty wide to race 3 and 4 wide without tearing up equipment, and the guys are putting on a great show for everyone.
Now, Chuck, the one thing I do want to ask you, 'cause I know Andrew here right before we recorded was asking, where in the world is Stewart Speedway at?
All right.
It's Stewart, Iowa, but for the guys in the Omaha Council Bluffs area, we're not for sure.
Yep, Stewart Speedway. We are at exit 96 from Omaha. Come out to exit 96. Stewart is right off of the interstate, and we are just from the interstate. We're about 2 miles in the northeast corner of the town. So we're about 35 miles west of Des Moines, and we're right at 100 miles from you guys.
That's not too bad. And what can we expect for ticket prices this season?
The adult prices are $10, and children 6 to 12 are $4, and under 5 and under are free.
Are there some changes you guys have made in the off season that would kind of enhance the fans' experience while they're there at Stewart Speedway?
Yep, we've picked up some new sponsors, and they've decided they want to give away some bikes for the kids. We've got the VFW Club out of Waukee, Iowa, that's coming over the last Sunday of every month, and they're going to do 50-50 drawing tickets, and what they're going to do with that is help the veterans that are home from the war, and they're going to give the money to the vet families that are in tighter need of money. And so we're going to do those for that fundraiser, and like I said, along with the ALS. And I also added a new announcer out here, Johnny Tharp, with Johnny Tharp Motorsports out of Benton, Iowa, will be doing our announcing, who announces at Boone Speedway for the Nationals.
That's great. We're talking with Chuck Vanderheiden of the Stewart Speedway here on the front stretch on Joe's Karting on AM 590 Omaha's ESPN Radio. What kind of ticket specials do you guys have going? If I was to go to your guys' website, or is there any kind of package deals that we can get for the fans?
Well, we haven't got anything on our website for the actual package thing. If they would contact me and they want to bring out 20 or so people, I absolutely will do some discounts. You know, if you're going to bring a group of 20 people over to watch our racing, we can do discounts on that. They just need to give me a call personally, and my phone's on all the time. I've got 2 phones that I answer all the time. I do have season passes for my locals that come out. They're $140 for a season pass, and they just give me a call, and we'll hook them up with a season pass, and that'll save them about $60 for the year.
How many races does that include?
That includes 20 races.
That's pretty good, actually, for a ticket price for a season pass.
Yep.
I'm kind of shocked on that one.
We try to help everybody out. I know the economy's pretty tough going right now, and, you know, we're kind of, you know, NASCAR does a lot of specials.
Are you getting attacked, Chuck?
No, I think my dogs just attacked somebody else.
Kurt Busch just pulled up in the driveway.
Yep, they did. So, but you know, NASCAR's trying to help out with the ticket prices and things, and we try to throw that out there, and so we'll do a good package deal on if they want to buy a season pass.
Now, does that include, or like, what kind of specials? You guys have any special sprint cars coming in, late model show, anything big coming in that's going to include in that package, or you guys wait until maybe next year to do something?
Yep, we absolutely do. We have the Ron Little Memorial, which is a modified race. It'll be happening on Memorial Weekend, the 27th, and we have, that'll be $1,000 to win our modifieds, and for anybody that knows Ron Little, which passed away at the Stewart Speedway, doing what he loved most, racing cars. And he passed away 13 years ago at the Stewart Speedway. And so we do a Ron Little Memorial each year for him. It's $1,000 to win that night. We have a stock car and a modified and front-wheel drive outlaw show, which will be September 2nd. And that's the night before everybody goes to Nationals, and that's why we took the hobby stocks and sport mods out of that. And that way they don't have to go tear their equipment up on Sunday night and try to get back together for Monday.
With all the drivers that Stewart International Speedway sees each week in each year, Chuck, who are some of the drivers that call Stewart International Speedway their home? Who are some of the all-stars that you have there? Because I know you've got quite a few.
Yep, I've got Mike Pruitt, which is 2009 national champion in the sport mod class. I've got Shannon Anderson that races here weekly. Jeff Anderson. Mike Nichols makes his appearances over here quite frequently. Randy Havlik. He's a weekly racer over here. Billy Davis Jr. has raced here in the past 3 or 4 times a year. We get Jimmy Gustin comes down and races with us. Todd Shute races with us quite a bit. So we have some very quality guys. We got Brian Blessington. So we got some great quality guys. We'd like to get a few more cars, but the cars we got are quality. So we've got some real good guys.
Talk to us a little bit about the website. Where can I go to? What's the address? And repeat that phone number for any kind of ticket prices and stuff like that.
I sure will. You can go to stewartspeedway.net, which is our website, gives you the schedule, where we're located, gives you all the information you need off of there. My contact numbers are on there. You can call me personally on my cell phone at 515-238-6945, or you can call the track phone, which is 515-360-1926, and I can give you all those ticket information that I just gave you there. And if you need to contact me, you can go to stewartracetrack@aol.com, and you can send me an email directly, and I'll respond to you.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time tonight. We really appreciate it. Good luck this season. Hope you guys have a great time, and thanks for joining us today on the Front Stretch.
I appreciate you guys helping us out here, and hopefully we'll get to see you out at the racetrack.
Oh, we'll be there.
All right. Thank you,
we
Chuck.
race every Sunday night, hot laps 5:30, racing at 6.
Thanks so much, Chuck. Have a good night.
Thanks, Chuck.
You too. Thank you.
That was Chuck Vanderheiden from the Stewart Speedway here on the Front Stretch AM 590. And don't give me that look. I know I repeated his name about 3 or 4 times, and I didn't get it right either time, did I?
No, it's Chuck Vanderheiden.
When you've got more than 4 or 5 letters in your last name, it's just a nightmare for me. I'm not very smart.
Well, if I remember right, Andrew, isn't Vanderheiden like a German name?
They very well could be. I think so.
And where did you go on vacation a week and a half ago?
Well, just because I went there doesn't mean I remember anything.
Well, I would think German pronunciation might stand out after spending a week in Germany.
I was there for a week, and I still can't remember how to say thank you.
No, but I bet you know how to pronounce Heineken and Leinenkugel and stuff like that.
That was easy. It was just tip your head back with your, tip back like a beer symbol and say beer, because that's a universal one. They say beer the same way, and they just brought me whatever, and I drank it.
That explains a lot.
So have you guys ever been able to race down there at Stewart, or over there at Stewart Speedway?
No, I actually dropped in here about 3 years ago, and Stewart Speedway, he says it's a quarter mile. I think that might be a quarter mile on the outside. It is wide. You could easily get 4 or 5 cars around the corners there, but it is a really, really small track.
Well, again, if you want to get any information for Stewart Speedway, head over to stewartspeedway.net. They've got all of their ticket prices listed. Actually, he said he didn't have their ticket prices listed, but you can give them a call at their phone number, and you can get it off the website, and they'll be able to get you some great ticket prices. Again, Chuck Vanderheiden joining us tonight on the Front Stretch here on AM 590. Turn 4 just around the corner. We're going to talk with infield reporter Andrews. He's got a full breakdown of how everything transpired with the 48 team last month and the last 30 days. You're not going to want to miss it. It's great information right here on the Front Stretch, presented by Joe's Karting in Council Bluffs on AM 590, Omaha's ESPN Radio.
This is Andrew from Kaczynski Auto Parts. Kaczynski Auto Parts is an insurance-quality used parts supplier that can match your foreign or domestic car or truck needs. If you have a damaged or broke-down car or truck, we guarantee a clean and quality part in next-day fashion. Kaczynski Auto Parts, your neighborhood premium recycled parts supplier. Call any Kaczynski Auto Parts salesman today by dialing 402-731-4592 or visit us at 5040 I Street in Omaha. Kaczynski Auto Parts, our quality used parts will match your car or truck's needs.
Are you ready for fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping, wheel-to-wheel racing right here in the Metro? Get to Joe's Karting in Council Bluffs and see what it's like to race real go-karts. Joe's Karting knows it's no fun to race go-karts at 10 miles per hour, so they ripped the governors out, and now the only restriction is how good you are at racing. It's full-throttle, white-knuckle racing every day of the week. Head over to joeskarting.com for hours, prices, and specials, or give Buddy a call today and set up your group races at 712-256-5278.